So what's up everybody, Black Clover 366 spoilers are out. This chapter is fire. I love it. We finally got to see Asta versus damnatio. I know a lot of us wanted to see this, especially at the beginning during the trial when damnatio was trying to punish Asta and then end up getting the whole devil arc and all that stuff. So I'm glad that we get to see this, a damnatio versus Asta fight. Asta's just on another level. He's no longer the person that he was before. So let's get into these Black Clover 366 spoilers. First of all, if you like anime, manga reviews, discussion, spoilers, and theories, definitely hit the subscribe button. You already know the deal. 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚑𝚝 removes the false copyright strike, so let's get this channel back to 5,000. I appreciate all the support you guys give me. Doing my best to trying to get back to the normal grind. And yes, the title of the chapter is called Main Performer. Obviously, you know what this is about. It's about our boy Asta, the person that we've been waiting for a long time to actually come into the battlefield, and things are about to go crazy. We could definitely see why Lucius didn't want Asta to be here, because he's basically a nullifier to everything that he does. The chapter starts with a flashback to Hino country, and Yusoga is saying it's almost time for Asta to go, and Asta thanking everybody up until now. It makes me wonder, why didn't the other Ryu 7 came? There's a couple of dialogues that make me think that they're gonna be here. Apparently Ichika actually came with Asta. She didn't do anything at all, but she came, and which makes sense because she wants to see her brother. I can't wait till that scene happens. But the thing that's kind of weird to me is the kind of like foreshadowing or a little bit hints that 𝙲𝚘𝚎𝚅 did about 𝚲𝚘𝚎 being this like type of divine goddess of food or something in the Hino country. So hopefully that gets explained as well. What happened to the dwarves? Like, now that Asta's in the battlefield, like what happened to the dwarves? I thought dwarves were going to be explained. Black Clover's main storyline seems like it's going to end soon, so probably all these questions 𝙲𝚘𝚎's saving it up for like a movie. Hopefully, let's see. Finral says to Asta, I'm here to pick you up, and then Asta's very happy. Ryu says, Finral, one more person, can you get through, right? And then Finral goes like, yeah, obviously it's Ichika. That's what I said before. Ryu suggests to take Ichika, who first refused since her place is next to Ryu. Yusoga says he can protect Hino country and Rio so she can go, which makes sense why Ryu's doing this. He knows the truth. He never wanted to tell Ichika, but now Ichika knows what's going on. She saw the past, so Ryu wants Ichika to definitely meet her big brother, the person that saved her and the person that took the blame for the whole massacre of her clan, because he didn't want her to live a life of exile. He did it for her. That's why you respect Yami a lot more, and I can't wait to that emotional interaction when both of them meet. It's crazy how like these characters aren't real, but I feel so attached to them. Like, I have so many emotions towards them. It's like, this is real good story in terms of character development that I like about Black Clover, because I just feel so attached to Ichika. And honestly, like less than 2 years ago, I didn't even know she existed. That's the crazy thing. I love stories like this. 𝙲𝚘𝚎𝚅, he did very well on Ichika. Ryu says, Ichika, go and see Yami, and then definitely come back alive. We're counting on you for the fate of the world, Asta. And then Ichika and Asta enter the door. Asta is where damnatio is at. Damnatio says, I see you come out. I wonder if Lucius is getting information from damnatio. Is there like some type of telepathic communication that they do in terms of the paladin and the main source? That's probably not the case, because if it was the case, Sister Lily would have gave the information that Asta's still alive in the land of the rising sun. I mean, it's kind of weird to me that Lucius, who didn't have the paladins come back, wanted to know if Asta was alive or not. If he wanted to finish everything, couldn't he just go to the land of the rising sun? I mean, it's probably he thought that it was too far reach, and that's why the spell on the paladins didn't work on them. So that's probably what happened. But Asta gets really angry seeing his fellow Black Pool members beaten so badly, and then damnatio basically says the other have lost, typical villain stuff. Asta goes, maybe all of them can be saved. Bruno, can you focus on medical treatment? I could take them on by myself. This is kind of weird. I'm guessing the translations aren't that good in terms of the spoilers, because I don't know if Finral can actually do any type of healing magic. Maybe he can transfer them to where the witch queen is at, and then she can heal him, but Finral himself can't really do medical treatment. Who knows? Even Finral's like, what? Asta takes out his demon/katana, and he says, because I'm not going to lose anymore. damnatio says, there's no point against my scale magic. I use air magic or atmosphere magic bestowed by Lucius-sama to pass judgment. And then obviously Asta does what Asta does with his anti-magic. He cancels out the atmosphere magic to damnatio's surprise, which is kind of weird to me because isn't damnatio aware that Asta does anti-magic? Like he cancels out magic. So I don't know if there's somehow they forgot their memories or there's intel. It's kind of weird to me because damnatio should know that anti-magic cancels things out, especially when he saw Asta go into Devil Union mode. So I don't know, damnatio would be surprised about this. Maybe because he thought it was magic from quote-unquote God that it wouldn't be affected. Who knows? I wonder if practically the devil that damnatio is being possessed by, I wonder if it's him controlling him in a sense. It's his thoughts dominating in a sense. Who knows? But still, I can't wait to see that specific devil. Like, I wonder if we're going to see them actually, now that I think about it. Is Lucius going to summon all of them in their true form? Not only their true form, but their purified form. So it'll be very interesting seeing where the rest of this battle ends up to, because there's just so many questions now, like the dwarves, seeing the rest of the Tree of Cliff-Off devils, like so many things that I would like to see before Black Clover ends. And because Asta's here at the battlefield, you know that the story is going to end soon, unless they do like a movie and then we get all our questions solved, but we'll see. Finno notes that Asta becomes more adept with his anti-magic, so he's saying basically Asta is just not the same person that he was before he left. It's interesting how like basically what a couple of days of training with the right people can change you so much. So I can't wait till we see the full extent of Asta's training with the Ryu 7. It's gonna be epic. Asta basically says to damnatio very confidently, your magic is nothing compared to me. You have the wrong matchup. I love the confidence. I love that Asta is showing who he is with his anti-magic. He's saying you can't handle me, and that's what happens. After that, damnatio says, even among paladins, I have enormous power. I can't be beaten. Asta just replies, where's the justice and peace of what you're doing? And then you see Asta just slice damnatio. It looks like some of his wings have been cut off. I don't see damnatio doing anything moving forward. Damnatio's out. It is epic. Asta defeated him in base form without going hard, you know, black mode or Devil Union. So it's crazy. You guys were right. If Asta would have any problems with damnatio, it wouldn't seem right. So looks like Asta's gonna be able to fight any paladins. I wonder if is there a stronger paladin out there? Maybe the 𝚲𝚙𝚎 siblings, their paladins are probably gonna be top tier, who knows? But I don't think this is the strongest of the strongest paladins. I think damnatio is up there, but there's probably a tier higher than him in terms of paladin power levels. Black Clover is getting really good. It's what we needed. Just going to some of the panels that we see, you see Asta and he just has like an orb or like a ball of anti-magic. It's just epic. And I think this is when Finno says that Asta is just on another level in terms of controlling his anti-magic. And you see damnatio holding up his sword. I actually saw a video, shout out to Neo Mega Man, but apparently people are saying that damnatio's sword, Asta might take it. That would be very interesting, because if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the sword has something to do with St. Michael. And if you think about it, St. Michael is basically the right-hand man in Judeo-Christianity of God, or you could say that same thing in terms of Black Clover, because if you think about it, damnatio seemed like he was always next to the Wizard King. We found out the Wizard King is actually Lucius. So if damnatio was always near Lucius or Julius, you could say that damnatio was the right-hand man for Julius, and now as a paladin, he was the right-hand man for Lucius. So you could make an argument that there's some type of connection with St. Michael or damnatio. So if Asta gets this sword, that'd be very interesting, because if you think about it, St. Michael's lore is that he fights the devil one-on-one, and there's like many pictures of him fighting the devil. Technically, Lucius, this false god, is basically, you could say he's a devil in a sense, because he's using all the devils of the Tree of Cliff-Off. So another panel, you see Friend in the background. You also see, from what it looks like, Nero, and Asta's just marching forward. Black Clover is reminding everybody why Black Clover was popular. I'm loving it. So that's basically all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think about this chapter. Did you like how Asta just basically defeated damnatio with no issues in base form? I think he basically one-shotted him. Do you think Asta is gonna get damnatio's sword? How do you feel about Ichika coming to the Clover Kingdom but not the other Ryu 7? Alright, like if you liked the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.